This is Good Day Street Talk.
Welcome to Good Day Street Talk. I'm Ty Hernandez. Today, new year, new you, right? Lots of us reevaluate our lives at the start of the new year and resolve to improve it. Well, we're going beyond the New Year's resolution hype and going to take a meaningful look at ways you can improve your quality of life for the long term, from living a healthier lifestyle to getting your finances in order to creating a personal brand. What's that? Well, my first guest is going to take it down a peg. He led a glamorous jet-set life as a successful model, even starring in a music video with Madonna, but he's traded all that in for a much simpler and happier existence. Welcome, Yogi Cameron Alborzian. Welcome. Now, you've also written a book. You're the author of The One Plan. So, give us the gist of your book.
The One Plan is based on what's called the Yoga Sutra, which is the kind of yogic Bible, the yogic guide. And it was written by a sage called Patanjali about 2,200 years ago. So it's very ancient teachings, and I'm bringing them in a comprehensive one-year plan, which people go on sort of week by week. And most people say to me, well, you know, a whole year, you know, I'm used to this sort of 20-day plan, but 1 year because it gives you time. It doesn't put you under pressure, and you can chip away at all those bad habits rather than say, you know, I'm doing this for 20 days and then you're left on your own. And really 1 year is a grounding for the rest of your life. So we're really changing your lifestyle rather than just one aspect of your life.
Okay, what is a yogi? You call yourself Yogi Cameron. What does that mean?
Yogi means going on the path of yoga. Yoga is a way of thinking, a way of being, a lifestyle that you follow. We're vegetarians, we don't eat meat, we don't harm animals, we don't harm the environment, you know. So we're really living a more yogic, what we call a yogic lifestyle. And then there's reading of spiritual material and just keeping this body really healthy. So it's no different than, say, a Christian who keeps his temple really clean, you know. But
it goes beyond the practice of yoga, right? We're talking about diet and meditation and all of that as well?
Absolutely. Mind and body and spirit. So body is kept through diet, really healthy, and then our mind through meditation and yogic practices. And then the spirit is within all of us. So that's what sort of keeps us kindred spirits, if you like.
All right. Listen, you have had quite a past. Some people call you the model yogi or the model guru. You actually have a television show by that name, right?
Called Yogi Cameron, a model guru.
A model guru. Okay, so take us back. What was your life like before? Give us some of the highlights.
I was 12 years in the fashion business. I worked with Elton John. When Lady Diana died, we did a video in commemoration of her. I did that with Kate Moss. Madonna used me in her Express Yourself video, so that was...
We've got a clip. We couldn't resist Yogi Cameron, and we're kind of playing that along as you. There you go.
You just have to go there.
What was that like? You know, it's not like you don't talk about that part of your past. What was that like working with Madonna that particular day?
It's, you know, that was 5 days of shooting, amazing. David Fincher, you know, directed it. It was beautiful, but, you know, I was 22. Totally different lifestyle, different jetting around the world, and it was all more about outer beauty, if you like. Still the same person, but now it's more about the inner beauty, and I'm using the outer beauty too, so it's kind of a mix of both.
I read that you were at sort of the peak of your career when you decided to leave, and there was a moment, I mean, you were hanging out with, I don't know, Naomi Campbell. Give us the, you know, take us back to that moment when you kind of decided to
I was actually in South Africa at Nelson Mandela's house, and we were doing a show for Versace with Naomi and Christy Turlington and Kate Moss, everybody. It's kind of a surreal moment in the room with them and saying, well, it's not going to get better than this. And here I am with Mandela, who's, you know, been in jail some 27 years, very peaceful, not angry at the world. And I think it's a good time to change my path and go more on that path, because I also had a calling for it. I'd already been mentored in natural medicine and sort of the spiritual life.
A lot of people talk about the business of modeling as very difficult and very trying on the soul, but you seem to have a positive, you know, you look back at yourself in that video. Was that a painful time? Is that why you made the switch, or you just...
No, some people are very pained, and some people had a terrible time. It's really picking, you know, Ayurveda, the Ayurvedic medicine, which is Indian, which I work in, and yoga, really state you have a certain nature to you. Pick the work that's closest to your nature. Don't go out of it too far. So at that time, my nature was much more about traveling, going to meet people, and the outer world. And at 19, 20, 21, it's a great life. But sort of at 30, 32, it would have been a bad life if I continued. So that's why I came out of it.
So you're whining and dining with all these supermodels, and you say, you know what, I think I'm going to take a detour in my life and do something else. And you went to India. What was the contrast in your life when you went there? I mean, did you have to live a very ascetic life?
Yeah, you sleep on the floor, you're meditating most of the day, you're learning about natural medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, all about herbology, doing treatments on the body. So I got into that, and it was a natural thing. It's kind of staying at the party too long. If you stay too long, you lose that edge and you start going, I don't like the party. But the party didn't change itself, it's how long you stayed at it. I just got out of the party when I was really feeling great. And I said, okay, now time for a change.
All right, you still look like you're feeling great. What are some of your secrets? What is the diet that goes along? What do you recommend in your book, for example?
Eating as least as possible. That's all.
That's not easy for anybody, really.
Well, if you have a focus, you have a purpose in life, you won't be so focused on food. So if you're very focused on food, it means you don't really have that focus on something else. We're all creative beings. We need to do something. So whether you're a dog walker, you're doing what you do, or whatever you do in life, or what I'm doing, focus on your work, and then you won't be so hungry.
Okay.
You know?
So, food is important to nourish you, but have it take a back seat is...
Yeah, we used to nourish ourselves, and we used to put food in our bodies that could be turned into fuel and energy, and now we don't have that food anymore.
Yeah.
We have genetically modified food, unorganic food, so even if we eat more and more, we're not going to get energy. So it's actually more about taking things out of our diet rather than keep putting things into our diet.
Okay, and I got to ask you all the New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
People really do want these things in their lives, a better fitness routine. What do you recommend?
Yoga postures, breathing methods, meditation, sitting quietly, all the opposite than what you usually do, that hectic lifestyle. Mothers who got kids, get up in the morning and just run out the door, come on kids, let's get out. And it's more about, let me take 2 minutes for myself, let me breathe, take a glass of hot water, calm down, ground, now go easy. Instead of, okay, bringing that hecticness to the family when you feel hectic. There is an answer. You just got to always find it. And then at nighttime, you need sleep. So if you keep getting no sleep, you'll get up in the morning really antsy.
Yeah.
So sleep needs to be regulated, diet needs to be regulated, and then your thoughts. What am I thinking about all day? Am I trying to achieve, or am I trying to relax too much? You need that middle ground of, I need to achieve, but I also need to be healthy.
All right, so what, a lot of these are basics, but sometimes we need Yogi Cameron to guide us there, right?
Yeah.
And the name of your book again is?
Is The One Plan.
The One Plan. There you go. Thank you so much for joining us. We could talk forever. You've got a lot of very famous clientele, and you've had a very interesting life. Past and present. All right, Yogi Cameron, thank you so much for joining us. Next, want to look and feel years younger? Well, we're going to show you how, right? When Good Day Street Talk continues. Stay tuned.